What's going on, everybody? A lot of action tonight in the NBA. The Nets and the Bucks are facing off in Game 2 of their best-of-7 series, right? Brooklyn won the first game by 8 points, and they are a 1.5-point favorite in this ball game. Now, I really like Milwaukee to turn up the temperature defensively, okay? James Harden is not playing. Jeff Green is not playing. And the Bucks, they gave up less than 100 points per game against Miami in their first round series. Now, I know Brooklyn's a completely different animal, but they only scored 115 points in the first game. And the over-under here for Brooklyn in points is 118. I'm going with the under at minus 115 money. They only scored over 118 points against Milwaukee in 1 out of the 4 games during the regular season and also the first game of the playoffs. I just think Milwaukee's going to play a lot better defensively. I think it's basically a do-or-die game. James Harden's not playing. Milwaukee needs to win this game if they're going to be competitive in the series, and I think they are going to be competitive, okay? So I can totally see Milwaukee also winning this game at plus 100 money line. And there's an interesting parlay here. Jrue Holiday, if Milwaukee wins, I mean, he's due for a good game. I mean, you know, like, he finished off the season scoring 20 points in basically every single game. He's only had 20 points one time here in the playoffs, and he had 17 in the first game. Now, Brooklyn's not exactly the best defensive team in the NBA, so I can totally see Milwaukee winning and Jrue Holiday scoring 20 points at plus 215. That parlay is paying. One parlay I love is Kevin Durant to have at least 35 points with at least 3 three-pointers. That's paying plus 152. Now, these two teams met in Milwaukee in 2 straight games during the regular season. James Harden missed both. KD scored a total of 74 points in those 2 ball games with 11 threes. So count on him to have a really, really nice game here in Game 2. We shall see what happens. Phoenix and Denver facing off in Game 1 of their series. This is going to be a really, really interesting game. You know, I can totally see Denver winning this series, right? So Denver was 22-14 on the road during the regular season, and they are a 4.5-point underdog in this ball game. Right now, we know Jamal Murray's out. Will Barton is also out, but Michael Porter Jr. has been playing lights out, and Devin Booker has been hitting from deep for Phoenix. So there's a parlay I love here, man. Devin Booker at least 30 points, and Michael Porter Jr. at least 20. That's paying plus 200. Now, Porter scored at least 25 in the last 2 games against Portland, and in 3 out of 6 games against Portland in the first round. Booker had 47 points against the Lakers in the last game with 8 three-pointers, had at least 30 points in 4 out of 6 games. So I think Booker goes for 30, and Michael Porter's been shooting more as of late. I think he also goes for 20. That's paying plus 200. Also, if you're banking on a Denver win, which I think is completely and utterly possible, how about Nikola Jokic having at least 8 assists and a Denver win? That parlay is at plus 380. Now, Jokic, in the 3 matchups against Phoenix this year, the road team won every game during the regular season, okay? In 3 matchups against Phoenix, he had 25 assists. He had at least 8 assists in 2 out of 3 games. So I can totally see that happening. We shall see what happens. For everything regarding the world of betting, you can go to oddshark.com. Bye-bye now.